Hello, I'm Chris Johnson from Work Visa Lawyers. Welcome to the December 2019 edition of our Immigration News. The regional rush is on. The big news story all over Australia is everyone's rushing to get in on these student visas and, in the future, temporary and permanent migration through regional areas. On the 16th of November, 2 new regional visas opened. The first is the 491 visa. This is a points-based visa. It's essentially replacing the 489 visa. We've made an entire new introductory video about the 491 visa, so I won't go into great detail here. What I will say is the 491 visa is going to prove very popular. It's a regional visa, so it can be granted for everywhere in Australia except for Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane. It's going to encourage people to move to regional areas. It's a provisional visa, and once you've held it for a certain amount of time and if you meet the criteria, you can get permanent residency through the 191. On the 16th of November, we also saw the introduction of the 494 visa. This is an employer-sponsored visa which is provisional and can be held for up to 5 years. While holding that visa, if you meet certain criteria, including working full-time in your occupation for 3 years and achieving TSMET salary or higher as an earnable income, then you may be able to apply for permanent residency through the 191. The new 494 doesn't seem to offer much for many applicants because it's offering something similar to a 482 visa followed by a 186. I suppose the advantage of the 494 would be that it's got a wider list. Therefore, there's a number of occupations which you couldn't get for a 482, which you could get for a 494. So it is something that could prove helpful, but it's not a visa for everyone. On the 15th of November 2019, the RSMS Direct Entry 187 visa closed. With the closure of the Direct Entry RSMS visa, it's the end of an era for regional migration. The RSMS offered a direct to permanent residency pathway. It was employer sponsored and many thousands of applicants have gained permanent residency by that visa. It's not all sad news. There is a new visa to replace it, which is the 494 visa. The difference is the 494 is a provisional visa. The 494 is also employer sponsored. As part of the regional announcements, the big news story is that the Gold Coast and Perth have been made regional. This is regional for the purposes of the new 491 and 494 visas. This is going to be great news for many applicants and students out there who want to apply for regional visas. Now they've got more places to choose from. So it's that time of year, December, where everyone's thinking about Christmas, spending time with family, maybe spending times with your partner or loved ones. So there's a lot of rush and urgency. Something that needs to be remembered, everyone out there who's thinking of applying for a visa about this time of year, is that immigration processing times do slow down around Christmas and they get to a very slow pace into the new year. This is because the Department of Home Affairs, like many government offices, runs pretty much on a skeleton staff over the Christmas break. They will still be able to take visa applications, but in terms of the processing teams in the background, I'd say most likely most of them are on annual leave for at least a couple of weeks. When you're making your decisions about what you want to do, I think it's important to factor in these longer processing times so you don't get caught out. The types of visas which I often feel are most affected by the processing times around Christmas. Visitor visas is one. People are looking for loved ones to come and visit. I think apply as soon as you can before the Christmas break to try get people a visitor visa because it can take longer than normal. The other one is the resident return visa. Resident return visas, the processing times given for that are usually a little over a month. However, around the Christmas break, they could take much longer than that. So I'd encourage you to put them in as quickly as possible. So I've got a bit of a reminder for students, all those international students in Australia. You're probably finishing off your courses now, are looking towards the break. It's a good idea to look forward in terms of what course you're going to be studying next year and also to consider what might be required if you need to improve your English or get some skills assessments done if you're looking to lodge an Australian visa to stay. Work Visa Lawyers has recently developed a website called Business Visa Compare. It's a site that helps people to work out what business visas or investor visas might be most suitable for them. This is really aimed at the business owners and investors, so it's not going to provide options for everyone, but that is an area that is quite complex with lots of different options. So if someone is in the business or investor type area, then Business Visa Compare might be useful, and I encourage you to have a look at the Business Visa Compare website. So coming to the end of 2019, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank all of Work Visa Lawyers' clients. We've had a lot of good results, and we've received many good testimonials and a lot of presents and things. So thank you very much to our clients. I'd also like to thank all the staff at Work Visa Lawyers. We've certainly been an expanding team, and everyone's been doing a great job. So thank you very much for everyone's hard work, and I'm looking forward to a successful and prosperous 2020.